What's going on, you guys? So, today I want to talk about what I feel when you come out here into the woods, what I feel is going to be the most important items you can have in case you end up in an emergency situation or whatever your case might end up being. Okay? For the typical survival situation when you come out here into the deep forest is you're probably going to get lost. That's probably your most common issue that you're going to face. What I'm going to do is just sit you guys down right here. And we're going to talk about what I think is going to be your most important items to bring out here. So first thing before I take these off, I feel like gloves are super important. Something thick, something that is worth actually, using because you're going to be handling knives, things like that. Okay. Now, what I'm going to be showing you is not my full kit, but I feel like these are the most important items. Now, as we know, I've been doing this for a while. Okay. And I've seen things take a turn for a lot of people. All right. Well, I haven't seen it, but I have heard about it. And you need to be ready for any situation that may arise. Okay? So, like I said, gloves, these are one of the most important parts of your equipment. Okay? Now, I'm going to take these off for a minute just so I can go over all of this gear with you. And these are some categories that I feel would start you out in building a kit. Something reliable, something that's worth using. So let's first talk about this here. Well, this is the second item, but some kind of large knife. Okay? Something thick. I actually modded mine to where I could strike a ferro rod, which I'll be showing you in a minute. This here is something that is very, very important if you're going to be out in the woods. Okay? You need a knife. Bottom line. Okay? Something thick, something large, something that can get most of everything done. Okay? And right along with that, some kind of good quality sheet, like I have here. And I like to double snap mine. Okay? Oh well, I'll just get that fully snapped later. So next thing, okay, you absolutely need is some kind of good quality multi-tool. I carry a Leatherman Wave because it's got a lot of the different options that I need on it. Down in here, I got screwdrivers and all that. Got can openers, got pliers. But two of the most important items that I have on this is a backup knife and a folding saw. Okay, these here, those two tools are highly important in the woods. Okay, so the next important items you guys will need is some kind of flashlight. Okay, in a wilderness situation, having light, especially at night, that's going to be very big key in survivability. A lot of people avoid having a flashlight. I try to have one right along with my headlamp. I lose one, I got a redundancy. Okay, these are important. So I'll get that back in its case real quick. One other item I like to keep is a compass, and then I like to keep a backup. And right here I actually have my backup compass. And like I told you guys before in previous videos, by far my favorite compass is the Suunto MC2. It's a great compass to go with. Something I recommend you guys have. Yes, this thing does cost It is about close to around $100. Okay, but this has by far been the best compass that I've owned so far, and it stayed accurate. It's done what it's supposed to do. I would definitely trust it with my life. Next thing, some kind of signaling mirror. Okay. Like I said, if you're lost or something like that, having something like this right along with a whistle, that's going to grab the attention of a lot of people. Okay. Believe it or not, a compass can be seen, not a compass, a signal mirror can be seen up to a mile, depending on how bright that sun is and all that. And I have had one of these in my piece of kit for a long time. Okay. And this is something that should be considered in any survival kit. It can be any size. It really doesn't matter. Just have one. Okay. Right along with that, I have a whistle. Okay. This is important. Now I ain't gonna blow it too hard, but this thing does get pretty damn loud. Okay. And I have seen a lot of people who don't pack one of these, they regret it later. Okay, so always keep a good whistle and a compass. That is your navigation and signaling. Okay. Next thing I recommend, some kind of big old fat ferro rod. Okay. You can make endless fires with something like this. I've used one for a long time. I'll take my knife out just to show you how it works. Take the spine of your knife and I gotta literally hit the right spot with this particular knife because I'm still working on the spine with it, but as you see, it's throwing sparks. Okay. And you can make endless fires. As you see, it will stain your knife, but I'm not worried about how my knife looks. That's what my knife is for. Next, a good headlamp to go along with your flashlight. This is a Black Diamond Cosmo. One of the best headlamps I've ever owned. And the best part is it's only about $30 for one. So invest in a good headlamp. To me, that's one of the first pieces of equipment you should get. Okay. Next thing is a good poncho. Okay. Something with grommets, something you can make some little guy lines on. Then all you gotta do is just tie more guy lines to a tree to make shelter. Okay. You can wear this. You can live up under this. You can do a lot of different things. Okay. And then some kind of good trauma pack. Okay. Right here, I have a cat tourniquet. Okay. If you get a tourniquet, I always say get a cat tourniquet. Yes, these are going to cost you about $30, but these are some of the best ones in the market. Then in here, you know, I have some stuff such as bleed stop. I got a trauma dressing. I got a NAR compression gauze. I've got a lot of different stuff in here that can help me with critical injuries out here in the field. Okay. These are some things that should be taken into account. All right. Make sure when you build a kit, you have your very basic stuff put down. Okay. Now, let me get this back in real quick. Then you need a canteen to carry water. Okay. It can be plastic or metal. I personally prefer metal, but my metal canteen, it got damaged the other week, so this is what I'm stuck with for now till I find something in metal or aluminum. And right here, I can hold a quart of water. Okay. Up in there, I got like a stove and a cup that I can boil my water in and things like that. And you know, to me, those there are some of the most important items you can have. right along with your shelter, you should carry some extra cordage, some tent pegs, and some stakes. Okay, so to me, those are the most important items, because your goal in this type of situation that you could get in lost in the woods, you want to be able to be found. It's not all about survival, it's about gaining attention as well. Okay, so just a little something to think about. I would also include a watch so I can keep up with the time that's going by and all of that, how many days maybe I've been out and things like that. So just keep that in mind, everyone. So thank y'all for watching. And I'm fixing to get up off of here, but you know, if y'all are interested in like survival classes and things like that, let me know. I will teach you. I have no issue with doing that. And so yeah, those are just some of the most important items I think you should have. Okay. One other thing I did forget to mention is have you some kind of self-defense. Okay. Out where I'm at right now, you cannot have a firearm. So I brought pepper spray to substitute for my firearm. And, you know, pepper spray will get the job done. Don't underestimate it. Okay? I've had to use this on somebody before. It is no damn joke. Alright? In fact, I've had some fly back on me in the past. Alright? So, I'll be the first to tell you, pepper spray is not a damn game. I've been hit with it. I've hit somebody with it before. You don't want to mess around with pepper spray. Just trust and believe it. So, have a can of this for backup in case you're going into an area where firearms are not legally allowed to be carried. And, you know, you got a way to protect yourself. Your knife can double as protection. But I sure don't want to be up that close on something either. So, yeah. Some other skills you need to learn, and I'm going to go over this real quick. Some other skills I recommend you learning to do is how to trap, how to hunt, how to fish. I specifically target small game because that's just much easier to clean, much easier to cook, and I don't have to worry about a whole lot of meat going bad on me. You know, so technically I won't be killing an animal for no reason at that point. But yeah, so just keep that in mind, man. In a survival situation, your goal is to be found. Your goal is not to stay out there. Okay? So just a little something to keep in mind. No, I'm not lost, by the way. Just figured I'd let y'all know that. I just want to make a video to kind of show you guys what you need to make it in that situation. Okay? Especially with colder weather coming in now. That's definitely some stuff you need. In fact, it is pretty cold here today. It's like in the 40s. So, but yeah, everyone. So y'all have a good day. Glad to talk to y'all. And if y'all want to comment, y'all are more than welcome to comment on these videos. But if y'all know a little something maybe that I don't, let me know. I will do research on it, find out if it's good for me or not. So yeah, y'all guys have a good day, man. It's nice talking to y'all, and y'all have a good one, man.